And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And it's already hard enough to play D in this league. Some people feel that traveling has gotten out of control, Coach.
Well, I don't know if it's gotten out of control, B.A. I think the referees do a pretty good job on traveling. I think what's important for the referees is they have to be able to determine which travel calls gain a guy an advantage and which ones you could let go because they have no effect. On the flat.
And for the Celtics, at the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Johnson is out there with Darius Garland. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the center position, locking down the middle. Antetokounmpo with the block. A sensational block. And he gets it back. Chalk up 2 there. Antetokounmpo's got 43 points.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Second position. 15.
And Brooklyn with possession here. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Back over to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Garland finds Antetokounmpo. Offline with a 3.
Since hitting 2 triples in the first half, he's been non-existent from out there.
And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Yeah, that's like a quarterback leading his receiver. Put it right on him.
And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Antetokounmpo's got 45 points. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. On the wing, Whitmore. Sara screen, takes the 3, keeps it alive.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Good D by Sara. Well, the Nets shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. And he's going for the lob. Leaps for it. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. That one drops for him.
His big night continues. He is fueling this lead.
Pass to Whitmore. Guarded by Garland. Clock at 6. From downtown, they get the rebound.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Outside, Brown. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
It's always a great sign for this offense when Brown is making plays for others.
Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
Antetokounmpo for 3. Can't get it to drop.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. The B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. The 3 is up. Good. He hits again.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Antetokounmpo with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. So both teams making some changes here. 1:04 left in the third quarter. Pass to Sarr. Outside Whitmore. And here's Sarr. 6 to shoot. And finished off by Sarr.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Hits yet again. Wow!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. And finished off by Sarr.
Well, sometimes you need more than just your stars, though. They've got to run something to get the other guys good looks.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Lets a floater go. The shot won't fall. Covered by Alexander Walker. Sarr down low. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so it's ball. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on.
Kukoc checked in for Terry. Timeout Nets. And a little over 1.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. The Nets have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Pass to Whitmore. Takes a 3. Rebound Boston. Reed's got his 4th rebound in this one. And for the Celtics, they've got MP. Naz Reid out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Christie in at the 2. Covered by Alexander-Walker. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Sinks it from distance.
Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
Antetokounmpo for 3. Doesn't go that time. The Nets have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Podziemski's shot is good.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap. Well, he leads everyone in scoring, and he shows no intention of slowing down.
Brooklyn has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Whitmore. And they tell players, your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less credit.
And, you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases, you're talking legacy, you know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
The 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Celtics.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And it's another win for this team. 54 victories for them this year.
And with this victory, they have an edge in the season series at 2-1, with one more game to follow against this team.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for MP.
Well, the defense he played is what jumps out to me. Did a fantastic job to bother shooters, and he's got the blocks to show for it.
Outside Christie. 4-3. No good there. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
And stolen by Antetokounmpo. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hits the trifecta.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Brooklyn, no good that time either. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in.
I'm here with MP, put together.
It all comes down to the teams.
Brian, back to you.
All right, thank you, Dominic.
Hey, Xander, bro. Let's chop it up.
But so much of the offense happens to be on the arc now.
Greg, how about this matchup we have here tonight? Two teams that really like to shoot the three.
It's going to be a shootout, Kevin. Something we see more and more of in today's NBA. I think whichever team makes more threes wins this one.
One thing to keep in mind is a storyline tonight. MP, as you may know, wants to win Defensive Player of the Year. And to do that, you've got to show up every single night in this league.
Yeah, MP has certainly made his mark on D. The biggest thing I've noticed, the effort he puts in. He doesn't lose focus, plays hard. He's always played under control. That's a kind of cool confidence that can really rattle shooters.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Johnson is out there with Darius Garland. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the center filling out the middle.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Adrian, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Murray. Last time, 14 points for him. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And another miss by Denver.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career. Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Well, he's had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Christie's checked in for Garland. One of the standout performers recently. We have a chance now to recognize the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
They say defense wins championships. Well, it also wins awards, and his defense during this stretch has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. He has been disruptive with his challenges and has accounted for a metric ton of turnovers with his ball hawking. You have to give it up to this man.
Now, here's Jokic. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. The Nuggets trail by 10. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Bulls was tremendous. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of three. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Hey, Allie, thanks for the great report. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance.
The price of admission. Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Over to the wing. Here's Adrian. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Sometimes the game requires you to just keep at it, so he's got to be aggressive.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And the Nuggets making a change here. Dottier's checked in. And a change for the Celtics. Williams is checked in. Murray outside. From downtown, the Nuggets with another miss.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game. First one falls for him. So both teams changing it up here. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Last outing for Denver, they won that game against San Antonio.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And that's exactly what happened. Guys came off the bench ready to play. The offense didn't miss a beat.
Denver shooting their first free throws of the night right here. That free throw good from Shepard. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Celtics leading by 15. Here's Antetokounmpo. Buries it down low. Antetokounmpo's got 18 points.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Lets it fly from 18. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
But you can see the team is just continuing to call his number. Until the defense figures it out, it ain't going to change.
Pass to Shepard. Inside, trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
For the Celtics. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Reed. Tatum comes in for Williams. Johnson, he's checked in for Max Christie. And it's Garland in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. We've got Shepard. Jokic is out there with McNeely. And it's Adrian in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Denver passing it around.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Nice shot by Antetokounmpo.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
you know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Alan LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Back over to you, Kevin.
He has come a long way. Okay, thank you, Allie. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Outside Garland. Pass to Johnson. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. Good. Antetokounmpo's got 26 points.
Another reason why they're up. Just taking what the defense giving him here.
Now Jokic covered by Johnson. Here's Adrian. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
Great find by Jokic. The best passing center I've ever seen.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Driving in, and he jams it with authority.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Pass to Dadier. Here's Adrian. 3-pointer. And again, Denver with the triple.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
It's Garland with the ball for Boston. And a record-setting season continues for him. Now up over 30 road wins.
And, well, you're talking maybe only 15 times in the history of the NBA has a team cleared 30 road wins in a single season. And in that group, a lot of teams that went on to win the championship. I think a lot of people would say this team is the favorite to go all the way.
From deep, Antetokounmpo. Good on the triple. Antetokounmpo's got 35.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so it's Boston, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Hey, I'm giving credit to their front office. They've methodically added talent to this second and third unit, and you see the results there, Shaq.
Yeah, they've got scorers coming off that bench.
All right, and now let's talk about that first. And that'll do it for...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Darius Garland is out there with Johnson. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top floor generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow, if we're talking traditional point guards, I mean, I gotta go Magic. Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph.
that is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Jokic sets the screen for Shepard. Pass to Jokic. Can't hit from 12.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now is massive. Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots.
Ma raga, che poster grande sto facendo, pazzesco.
Clearly see the difference.
Vai, vediamo che deve fare. Non è che lo vuole tirare. Ah, no, tira di Jokic. Ah no, lui infatti. Vabbè, noi prendiamo il rimbalzo.
This is frustrating. You come
Per
out to
noi,
start the
passa la
second
palla a
half and made
Brown.
one of your
Faccio così.
first 4 shots.
Easy, bro.
Boy, his offensive game has changed the tenor of this basketball game.
Allora, abbiamo pure l'abilità, abbiamo attivato. Vai. No, no, questo non deve segnare, questo è molto veloce, È basso, velocissimo. Guardate. Vabbè, tanto noi siamo 65.
Boy, once he gets going like this, he becomes unstoppable.
Bello questo, shifty shooter, bro.
And they have come out of halftime in fuego.
Vai, attenzione che forse vogliono tirare loro, infatti. E l'altra va bene. Ho pulito, solo un tiro pulito.
This is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
No, ma ragazzi, ci stiamo mangiando questi shifty shoot. Ci stiamo mangiando.
Boy, this offense has revolved around
Aspetta,
him today,
proviamo.
rightly so. He
Voglio
has
provare.
been
No.
fantastic.
Niente, non voglio provare niente. Guarda che la tira. Ovviamente perso. Ovviamente perso.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to
Questa
the
poi me
hip
la
of the
fermi.
offensive player.
Avanti.
You've got to want to work. You know, they continue to feed him the ball, and he keeps delivering. The
Io se
leading
riesce a
scorer
fermarmi
in this
questo.
one.
And GA, you think about high skill level offensive players.
No, raga, io sono infermabile, cioè. Vai. Guardate Jokic, guardate. Guardate Jokic con i suoi tricks. Con i suoi tricks. Guardate con i suoi tricks. E intanto. Mamma mia, stava cadendo. Il mio giocatore stava cadendo, mica personaggio. Il giocatore stava cadendo, ragazzi, avete visto. Mi chiamo come Giannis perché la build diciamo che è presa spunto da lui, da Giannis, quindi il giocatore di 2009 che della sua squadra. Comunque la build è diciamo presa da lui. Però io mi sono fatto un po' più basso, cioè tipo Giannis fa build è 7.0 o 7,0 come volete dire, e invece la mia è 6 e 11 di altezza, perché ho voluto fare più basso un po' per poter andare meglio magari.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. There's 31 seconds left in the third.
Fuori, fuori bro. Mancano 23 secondi, posso farla? Fallo, pure con il fallo, attenzione. Pure con il fallo. Dentro questo, fuori? Vabbè, di pochissimo, però comunque fuori. Può capitare alla fine, Di sbagliare tiri liberi capita anche nella vita reale. Se capita nella vita reale, per prendere capitare nel gioco. Penso cambi qualcosa. Ok. Ora ragazzi, un attimo vado in bagno e ritorno.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Celtics up. And a quick quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call.
Checked in for Denver. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Celtics. Nuggets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Keegan Murray is out there with Jokic. Then it's McNeely. Then there's Quentin Grimes. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And another one.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Henbey, defended by Alexander Walker. Here's Henbey. And another miss by Denver. For Boston, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Denver's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Antetokounmpo, and yep, another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, Jokic with attitude there. Love it.
Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Pass to Grimes. Down low. And Jokic throws it down.
And that is such a beautiful move, Kevin. Why go straight up when you can throw down the reverse?
Well, that one's going to have its share of time on the highlight reel for sure.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Grimes passes to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Call the Joker taking over. He's had his way offensively, making it look easy.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Pass to Jokic. And it goes down 2 points. Jokic has got 10 points in just the second half.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
And good, he hits it again.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Antetokounmpo's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the fourth for the Celtics.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Boston.
It was like watching a 3-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3. It just seemed to pay off for them.
And reaching an impressive milestone on the year, this will be win number 60. And guys, they have played so well this season, I think pretty much any given night. They've come in with that swagger and attitude, and they've really backed it up.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
This is the very definition of being in a zone. Everything the defense does.
Oh, wow.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Good, that's another bucket. And there it is, 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget.
Antetokounmpo, that's a 2-pointer, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Jokic, no good. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Boy, how about the timing, the delivery? That is exactly how you set a teammate up.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect the road teams to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Let's now go courtside and join Jennifer Quintana. Jennifer?
Another win for you guys and another standout defensive performance for you, MP. What are your thoughts?
We're talking pregame about the history.
Back to you, Kevin.
Hey, thanks, Jennifer.
Looks like this video series might be working.
MP.
Each team representing their conference in this one, Graham, and they've got some history between them as well.
Yeah, B.A., they've played in some big games against each other, and that only heightens the intensity. It should be a good one.
Well, MP's made it known that he's gunning for Defensive Player of the Year. He's up against some tough competition.
MP has been stifling scores through this point of the season. He'd love to continue to create problems here tonight. He wants to be an anchor of this team and help steer another win as he's done so well this year. I got to give MP the props for putting action where his words are.
So here's Portland's starting group. Denny Avdia out there with Noel. Then there's Klingon, and it's Hodges in at the point. Here's Tatum. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Antetokounmpo, bam!
Oh, how about the pass here from Tatum? Great at involving his teammates. And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Well, one thing's certain about Donovan Klingon. He is going to be a defensive menace for years to come, Tim.
Yeah, B.A., he is a 7'2" monster, and he casts a long shadow in the paint. And for his size, he has the agility to hold up better than most centers further out.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start.
Whenever he gets that close to the hoop, he finishes with authority.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Hodges passes to Brown. Here's Hodges from deep. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Count the basket. Antetokounmpo has got 11 points.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Portland has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Pass to Hodges. Launches a 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 6. They're rolling. Shoots over to Noel. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Unfortunately for them, they're reeling at this point.
So true. Very little going their way right now at either end of the floor.
Klingon with a screen. Down low. The shot, no good. Nice D from Tatum.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
We always talk about getting high percentage shots, and they are teaching a master class in that right now.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Christie's checked in for Garland. Blazers trail by 11. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against New York was outstanding. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and once again, he was lights out from distance. What a game for him, and against their rivals, no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, spot on, Allie. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, BA. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
Well, I expect they'll go to him early here, hoping for a repeat performance.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
First team foul.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Hall. Here's Wilcox. To stop the drought. Boston pulls it in. Antetokounmpo has got 5 rebounds in the game. Pulls up. And Boston again with the bucket.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Tatum with a steal. 56.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Boston. Here in March, things are heating up. Let's check out the teams in the West. You look at the Trailblazers, with great effort over a long season. They're second in the conference.
When I look at Portland, they've been terrific throughout the regular season, showing they may be just the team to beat in the postseason. They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, so far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. This one for 3. Wilcox good.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Doing more work in the painted area. He has really excelled inside.
Pass to Pittman. Here's Wilcox. 3-pointer. That shot off. 1 second left. That one is off. And so it's the Boston Celtics. They have a confident 20-point lead. Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Ware. Brown comes in for Jason Tatum. Johnson, he's checked in for Christie. And Darius Garland subbed in for Alexander Walker. Shots good by Antetokounmpo.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. We've got Newell. He's out there with Donovan Clingan. And it's Brown in at the shooting guard.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
Climbing the ladder for the 360 flush. Ridiculous bounce.
He went so high for that one. Wow. 1:52 left in the second period. To the middle. Hodges with the bucket.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
1:31 left in the first half. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Garland's got his 3rd assist of the night. Pass to Newell. Back to Brown. Clingan with a screen. To the inside. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Clingan's got 4 points this quarter.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
And I I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
Now here's Brown. He's got 6. Pass to Hodges. Fires the 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 8 rebounds in the game.
And they're... This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Here's Klingon, and he takes the feet in stride and slams it home.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Antetokounmpo, that's good.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Pass to Avdia. To the paint. Here's Hodges. That'll count. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Boston out in front. They lead by 18. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
We're in the home stretch. I don't know if I call these guys rookies now.
Yeah, we have some pressure-filled games coming up. In addition to everything else, we'll see who has that clutch. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Boston Celtics.
Well, to be honest,
that does it for halftime. Let's get back to game.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Tim, so many different offensive systems in the NBA. You have a personal favorite to watch?
Yeah, I think I've got a soft spot in my heart for those systems that involve player movement and ball movement, particularly trying to get shooters looks off of screens.
I love the .5 offenses, in and out of the hands, moving the ball fast.
No doubt about it, very difficult to defend.
At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Darius Garland is out there with Johnson, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the center position. That's the Boston 5.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Jason Tatum keeping the main thing the main thing. He said there are players that get caught up in the lifestyle, and they choose that over the game. The money is a plus, yes, but I truly love the game because I love basketball, not for the things that come with it. Brian?
You'd love to hear it. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
Well, it's easy to see who the offense is running through tonight. Why change anything?
Now here's Brown. He's got 6. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal. Seen that play develop ahead of time. Hits his man in stride.
And it's Antetokounmpo with a miss.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
Back to Brown. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. And yes, another basket. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy. I love his versatility around the rim. That time with the reverse jam.
Mark that one. You know that's going to be replayed over and over again. It's worth it. Kick out to Brown. Three-pointer, no good. For Boston, they've gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Antetokounmpo's got 53 points.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now. There is no doubt. He's been the dealer for them on offense, but he is going to need some support from his teammates.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Now here's Brown. 6 points for him, and it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go. And how about we check the numbers for him? Boston making a switch here. Christie's checked in. Portland making a switch here. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. To the left wing. 4 on the clock. Portland again missing.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Johnson, that falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 6 assists now in the game. Portland has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Pass to Brown. Fires for 3. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Newell. And when it comes to getting high percentage looks, here are the big men who know how to get it done. And some changes here for the Celtics. Ware's checked in for Tatum. Williams comes in for Brown. And it's Alexander Walker in for Johnson.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
So it's Portland now. Following the bucket by Boston. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Williams. Here's Antetokounmpo.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. The Trailblazers have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Pass to Hall to stop the run. Again, the miss by Portland. Boston's got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight.
Well, he's having a huge night, and so is this offense, just rolling right now.
No one near him. Boston pulls it in.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then be up.
And so it's the Boston Celtics building an insurmountable lead. Come on. They're... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award.
Checked in for Terry. Portland making a switch here. The Trailblazers have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. On the court right now for Portland. They've got Shaedon Sharpe, and it's Hodges in at the 1. To the right side. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Into the lane. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far. Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Antetokounmpo's got 6 in the quarter.
He's hit a pair of threes each half, making a significant impact.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Puts up a deep 3. Portland with a rebound. Here's Hodges. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Hits a three-pointer.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Well, the volume has been there, but so has the efficiency, which is why they're in control of this game.
Here's Brown. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. 19-footer, and that's good. Off the glass that time.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
Here's Klingon. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Klingon's got 12 points here in the second half. Well, every team is looking for wings who can defend multiple positions. Who's at the top of your list, Tim?
Yeah, I look at a guy like Lou Dort. Look at a guy like Jaden McDaniels. They've got length, a whole lot of want-to, and they've got the ability to guard multiple positions.
It's Avdia on the wing. The three. That one no good. Boston has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Celtics.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed that they were without a doubt the better team.
And it seems like these guys are never satisfied, always hungry for more. They pushed themselves to their 66th win for the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for MP.
And he was tremendous on the glass tonight, controlling the boards and fighting for extra possessions.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
And another one! And there it is, 82 points.
This is a game that he will never forget. I know I won't.
Pass to Klingon, and stolen by Antetokounmpo. Rejected by Klingon. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Some changes for Boston. Baldwin's checked in for Williams, and Christie subbed in for Alexander Walker. And it's good! He hits another one! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
For BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Here's Klingon, and down it goes! Jam that one home!
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Antetokounmpo can't connect. And Portland has possession. Pass to Newell. Here's Hodges, defended by Christie. Antetokounmpo inside. Oh, and the dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? And so it's Boston easily grabbing.
Yo, MP. Great game, brother.
an eye on the front courts in this one, specifically the matchup at the center position.
Yeah, and let's remember, there were some years where people thought centers were becoming obsolete, and now they might be the most important position in this league.
Well, we've been tracking MP and the stories surrounding his NBA career. One of his recent pursuits is his quest to win Defensive Player of the Year.
And it was a lofty goal set by MP to win Defensive Player of the Year. I'm actually a bit surprised, but incredibly, I think he might actually be the leader thus far. He's been awesome on that side of the court. Let's see if that continues tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Johnson is out there with Garland. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 5.
Goodness, the tomahawk one-hand slam.
Shows you how much strength he has. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Demon. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. And here are the Mavericks now. Kessler, a screen on Garland. 6 on the shot clock. And he makes that one. Kessler's got 6.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Celtics have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game.
Every year that Tatum is in the league, he just improves his passing.
For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Lots of moments, RJ, shine through in the career of Jason Tatum.
The one that sticks out to me was the moment of relief after they won the finals. The "we did it" quote will live in Celtics infamy, echoing that of the great Kevin Durant.
And Kessler throws it down.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Jason Kidd had a few moments to share with me. We talked about his approach in guarding Jason Tatum. He said, we want to crowd Tatum right from the jump and prevent him from getting into an early rhythm, especially from deep. Because when his three-point shot is falling, it opens up the rest of his game. Kevin?
Okay, Allie, thank you. So it's the Mavericks now, after the basket by Boston. Here's Demon. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
That one goes in. 14 points for him.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Pass to Whitehead.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Demon. This game he had 34 points. And it's flag missing. 1:53 left to play here in the first. And that's good from Antetokounmpo on the assist by Tatum.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Here's Demon. Whitehead passes to Kessler. Here's Demon. A three-pointer off the mark. Boston leading by 6. And man, is this team...
Oh, yes! He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Camp.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Traps in the tray.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter,
ora devo cercare di fare stoppate che non ci riesco. E qui c'è una missione, quelle stoppate, se no...
But how about he goes to the reverse?
You got to be kidding me. That was awesome. 2 points. That one goes.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm. Mavericks
trail by 9. gets the flag. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
To the right side. Now flag, and Clay throws it down hard.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Celtics lead by... Going with the whole new group out there. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Khalil Ware. Brown comes in for Tatum. Johnson, he's checked in for Christie. And it's Garland in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. On the court for the Celtics, we've got Williams. Garland is out there with Johnson. Then there's Brown, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 5 spot. Pass to Demon. Flag with it. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Whoa, just climbing the ladder for that 360. Stupendous hop.
Yeah, Greg, he was sky high on that finish. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against Portland was tremendous. He ended up with 58 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? And just a huge game for him. His coaches would love to see him do it again. Guys?
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste. That's a second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
The Celtics shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. Up again. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
And it's good. 2 points.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Pass to Kessler. 16 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Flag. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Here's Brown. Brown gets it done inside.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes it back.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
In the Eastern Conference, MP.
Plenty of LOVE. That's what you can do about this game.
And moving on now to that first half, tough sledding so far for the Mavericks.
They're getting destroyed.
And that'll do it for halftime.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Demon's out there with Whitehead. Then there's Walker Kessler. Then it's Flag. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. RJ, one defensive stat that teams are tracking these days, deflection. Why do you think that's so important to him?
Well, it's a measure of your activity and disruption. Even if you don't get the steal, messing up the flow of a team's offense can be so impactful.
Pass to Whitehead. Here's Demon. Three-pointer. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Fires the three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And he's doing it all himself, shouldering the offensive load in effortless fashion right now.
Mavericks trail by 20. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Here's Demon, and the rejection by Tatum.
And look at Tatum turning up the defensive intensity, outworking the shooter. And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the rush that's come over this crowd.
It's Garland with the ball for the Celtics. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, the closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control. Things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you. Back to you guys.
Staying dialed in. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Antetokounmpo. And that one drops for him. 48 points for MP.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
When it comes to Garland, RJ, what do you like best about his game?
I love that he's a multi-skilled player at the offensive end. He's fast off the bounce and can pull up or kick it out. He creates all sorts of headaches for the D.
Walter, he's checked in for Flag. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Celtics.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
There's Whitehead. Dallas, no good that time either. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Another bucket. Wow.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Pass to Kessler. Here's Walter. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Here's Antetokounmpo, and another one falls.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. And Kessler throws it down.
Somebody help this man. Get this man some help out there. He's doing everything he can to keep his team in the game.
And that one's good on Antetokounmpo.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Pass to Walter. Stolen by Tatum. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Kessler passes to Whitehead. 5 on the clock. There's a good screen. Walter can't get it to go. Boston's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Boston shooting their second and third free throws tonight. That's good from Antetokounmpo. Some changes for Boston. Khalil Ware's checked in for Tatum. Williams comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Max Christie in for Johnson. The Mavericks have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Now Pritchard. No scoring in this one. Here's Flag. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team.
They get wide open looks. They feel like...
Substitutions. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. On the floor for Boston, we've got Antetokounmpo. Williams is out there with Khalil Ware. Then there's Max Christie. And it's Alexander Walker in at the one.
Rising, punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Hits it again. Wow.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Here's Demon, defended by Alexander Walker. Dallas moving the ball around. To the inside. Pocket 6. And Kessler throws it down.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Another one goes. Incredible. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pass to Kessler. Here's Demon. Kessler in the post. Antetokounmpo defending. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans. It's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls. But overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Terry's checked in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Oh, my goodness. Man. My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Pass to Demon. .137 left in the fourth quarter. From the line, here's Kessler. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Kessler's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Boston.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you can hardly say this win surprised anyone with the season these guys have put together. Win after win all year long. What a record-breaking year this team has put together. A season for the record books.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
And what effort he had on the boards, displaying some great fight, willing to battle down low.
Pass to Kessler. Here's Whitehead to the middle. Over to the left wing. And stolen by Williams. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Pass to Whitehead.
Hey, who got him? Get the perimeter.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come at...
What I tell you? What I say? Sky's the limit.
Hey, you were.
Starting at shooting guard, 6'4", number 77, DJ.
And one thing we expect to see tonight, great guard play on both sides.
Well, these matchups can be so compelling. You know you're going to get elite ball handling, passing, shot creation. No question, this one's going to be entertaining to watch.
And everyone remembers when MP declared that he wanted to win Defensive Player of the Year. We've been keeping an eye on his progress.
And everything he's done in the second half of the season puts him on that trajectory. Not many players can match MP's focus and intensity on defense. With all the work he's put in, he's as deserving as anyone of that honor.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Johnson is out there with Darius Garland. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 5. The shot by Ingram, no good. Boston on offense, and they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Well, this offense is much more effective when Tatum is making the extra pass and setting up his teammates.
Stan, looking back on the 2017 draft, at the time, you believe Jason Tatum was the best prospect.
And with hindsight, BA, that seems obvious. But back then, Markelle Fultz was the consensus #1 pick. Credit the Celtics for trading back and getting their guy.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. The 76ers have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Pass to Diaz. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Well, look, that's another missed opportunity. 1 for 5 now from the field.
Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
All right, let's get a report from out.
Oh, wow! Oh, my goodness!
Assist goes to...
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And it's the Sixers with the ball. Following the bucket by Boston. Diaz. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, when a great scorer can also hurt you with the pass like Ingram did there, it makes it much tougher.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
And it'll be Philadelphia with their first time out of the game here. The Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And we've got MP's parents in the house tonight. Those have to be some proud folks.
It's got to feel good to see your son living his dream. All his hard work and the sacrifices you made to get him here finally paying off. And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Well, at least the D was going for it. But he got to the ball just a moment late.
Howard's checked in for the Sixers. Maxey surveying the D. 1:27 left in the first quarter. Here's Edgecombe. Pass to Diaz. 6 on the shot clock. Over to the left wing. Pulls it from the corner. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Boston on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
Now here's Maxey. No points yet. Here's Diaz. For 3. Sinks the tray.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Picked it. On the break. Oh! Wow. And that one is hammered home.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's Diaz. 14 points his last outing. Philadelphia moving it around. 4 on the clock. Let's go with a 3. Strawther, no good. Pass to Williams. And here is Antetokounmpo. And the shot goes. 22 points for MP.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Both teams changing it up here. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Edgecombe. Here's Gonzalez, defended by Brown. The 3 ball. Strawther, no good.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
On the court right now for the Celtics. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Darius Garland is out there with Johnson. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 5.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Ingram against Antetokounmpo. The shot by Ingram, no good. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. They've led by as many as 11. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
Now let's send it down to Ali, who has a report on MP.
Thanks so much, Will. With his name in consideration for Defensive Player of the Year, you might think that MP has always had that mindset. But if you ask his parents, they'll give you a different story, saying growing up, MP only wanted to shoot. He didn't worry about defense at all. I don't know what changed, but I'm glad it did change. Guy's not sure if the rest of the league has the same feelings.
Yeah, good point. He's got a gift for it. Might as well take advantage. The 3 from Edgecombe. Buries it from 3. Edgecombe's got 8.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
It's good. And the Celtics lead by 4.
They're really working the paint now.
Philadelphia's gone 4 of 7 from 3 during the second quarter. Out to the right wing. Maxey passes to Gonzalez. Back to Maxey from deep. And the 76ers another 3.
And just so good at playing at high speed. Maxey gets the ball and takes the fast shot.
And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Antetokounmpo against Ingram. Gonzalez. Shot clock at 6. To the left side wing. Lets it go from deep. Rebound Boston. Last time they met in Boston,
they flat out dominated the last time these teams squared off, particularly on the glass.
Yeah, but they can expect a whole lot more resistance this time around. No team likes to lose a rebounding battle.
Misses a 3. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Celtics out in front. They're up by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
A look here now at the 76ers. They've had a drop-off that I don't think anybody predicted. Came into the season with high hopes. The chemistry just hasn't been there from the beginning. It's a disappointing year.
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the Celtics.
Well, they've worked.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave a team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more.
Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Then it's Brandon Ingram, and it's Gonzalez in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Inside, here's Diaz. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
You know, one thing about Maxey is that he always is looking for an outlet.
Antetokounmpo for 3, and the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Garland's got his 9th assist of the game now. 76ers trail by 8. Here's Diaz. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Antetokounmpo for 3. Rebounded by Ingram. Philadelphia's gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Diaz passes to Maxey. Here's Edgecombe. Give him 8. Outside Ingram. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And Boston pushing it up now. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Ooh, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Pass to Ingram. There's a screen. To the paint. Here's Diaz. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
It's always a great sign for this offense when Brown is making plays for others.
And Ingram has got the ball here for the 76ers. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
The 3 from Edgecombe. Boston pulls it in. Antetokounmpo has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. From the arc. Nails it from 3. Antetokounmpo has got 47 points.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And the 76ers call time here. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
And the 76ers making a change here. Strother's checked in. And the Celtics also making a change. Christie's checked in for Darius Garland. Here's Strother. The Sixers with another miss.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. 76ers trail by 13. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Ingram deciding where to go with it. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Tatum. Pass to Edgecombe. They need this. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Rebound by the 76ers.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Third team foul.
Stanley's checked in for the Sixers. Traoré comes in for Tyrese Maxey. Williams is checked in for Boston. The 76ers have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Pass to Traoré. There's the 3. He drops it from range. Traoré's got 10.
Well, that's the look you're hoping to get every time up the floor.
There's the triple. Another one goes. Incredible.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Antetokounmpo for 3. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one. 76ers trail by 13. There's 39 seconds left in the third. Here's Stanley.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. First free throw is good. And the 76ers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. Alexander Walker's checked in. Celtics lead by 11. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. There's the drive, and the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. They set the pick. Here's Strother. Now Antetokounmpo. Another one falls. Amazing. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer to...
We'll make substitutions. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Taking a look at the Celtics. MP is out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's Williams. Then there's Max Christie. And it's Garland in at the point. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Beyond the arc. Boston pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational. Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now. Now is to sustain this effort.
Down low. Here's Diaz. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Shots blocked. Here's Gonzalez. Williams defending. Philadelphia moving it around. And down it goes.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Here's Traore, defended by Christie. Here's Diaz. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Outside Tatum. 14 feet away. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Garland's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him tonight. Pass to Gonzalez. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. To the inside. And he takes that. That one up and powers it through.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Celtics.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And with the year they've had, you expect nothing less than a victory every time they take the court. Another stellar outing for them here tonight.
And it's clear who the better team is. They sweep the 4-game season series, just dominating them.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Diaz, nice dish, and the layup goes down. 43 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo for 3. Yet another bucket.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Stolen by Reed. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Oh, get out the way!
Goodness!
Get out the way! Awesome! Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Ali LaForce, and Coach Dan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson.
Poi ho bisogno un po' del mio letto.
The NBA on
Liberi un po'.
2K Sports.
Tra poco vengo a sudare, finisco sta missione.
MP! Right here, MP.
MP,
come on, MP. Please,
MP.
call on me.
Right. You don't want to give your opponents motivation.
Are still available. Game 1 of the
Basketball's biggest stage, the NBA. Take a look at the Jazz. This is it, their whole season, all their effort, all their energy to get them here, the final.
And I'm sure the feeling in their locker room was different today. That finals atmosphere is unlike anything else. This is what it's all about.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, White is out there at Mullen. Then there's Holland. Then there's Bailey. And it's Caver in at the 5, roaming the bench. All right, let's go cross court now and hear about another landmark moment for MP.
Well, thank you. Earlier today, I was able to speak with MP and asked him about the team's 8th straight NBA Finals appearance. He took a moment and he said, look, this team is determined, and we're going to keep putting in the extra work. Every single guy in this roster is invested in that. I try to lead by example, and my guys are right there with me. He finished by telling me 8 trips to the finals is nice, Allie, but we're far from done. Guys, I wouldn't be surprised if that investment continues to pay dividends. Back to you.
We think it's gonna. They're in the hunt every year, as we know. Thanks for the story. Here's White, following the bucket by the Celtics. Outside Mullen, hot from free throw range. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
On to Takubo with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Count it. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's White after the made shot from Antetokounmpo. Outside Mullen. And they get it. Here's Caver. It's good. The assist that time from Mullen. Caver's got his second bucket.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Mullen passes to White. Back to Mullen. There's a screen. Right wing. Here's Caver. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And the Celtics making a change here. Christie's checked in.
Number 11, Max Christie.
Just 5 on the clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Pass to Holland. The 3. A shot. No good. Great D that time from Tatum. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Connects from 3-point range. He's got 13.
Impressive. 5 straight makes. Love the play calling here.
He takes it in. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Oh my God.
Big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected team. Holland, no good.
Solid defense there. You are just trying to make an interior shot a difficult shot, and that's what happened.
Here's the floater. No good. That's just his first miss in 7 shots. Here's Bailey. That one's off. Still out of sync. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. And it's been pretty smooth sailing. They've only dropped 2 games.
And they're a team that doesn't get rattled, even with all the pressure that comes with postseason basketball. It's a testament to the leadership in that locker room.
And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here, following the goaltending call.
So too close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Williams, he's checked in for Brown.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Antetokounmpo, and he wills
Bello.
that one in, sinking
Pulito
right off the
questo.
back iron.
Boy, he is
sono
just
finali
doing
NBA,
it
raga,
all
per
right
vincere
now.
per
The more
forza.
the ball goes through the net, the more his
Per vincere per
confidence
forza.
grows.
And Kevin,
Finali
even though
NBA,
they're down, he's still looking spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
43 seconds left in the first. And here's Edwards from the arc. And Boston with the rebound.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Wasted no time on that one ball.
Ho puliti questi
55 points for
statistici,
MVP.
Puliti.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Boston. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Bailey. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And so it's the ball. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Reed. Tatum comes in for Williams. Johnson, he's checked in for Max Christie. And it's Garland in for Nikhil and Lajayka Walker. So on the floor for Utah, they've got Holland. Haley out there with Jalen Wells. Then it's White, and it's Mullen in at the point guard position. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Heat made some really terrific plays. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy is even when
360, bro.
what he's doing,
360,
he'll make
bro.
an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
1:39 left now here in the second. Outside Mullen. Pass to Bailey. Shoots the three. And Boston with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And that one's good.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And a strong finish with two hands.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there, that makes the game easy.
And the cheek by Antetokounmpo.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
56 seconds left to play here in the half. Outside White. There's the screen. Off target with his three. Boston is gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
Bellissimo.
Antetokounmpo's got 39.
Bellissimo.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Pass to Bailey. To the paint.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
At the line for two.
And that one falls for Holland. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 24 seconds left in the first half of the game. Antetokounmpo. That's good. It's Garland with the assist. Garland's got 5 assists tonight. 20 seconds left in the first half of basketball. White, left side. Pass to Bailey. Back to White. A three ball. That shot, no good. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Celtics out in front, running away with it. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Thanks for joining us.
They've looked weak defensively. If you got any pride, they need to show it soon.
Yeah, they're serving up a buffet and
Taking a look at the Jazz in this series. They're right where they want to be in the series, but perhaps a bit of a letdown tonight in the first half, Jet.
No.
And that's a halftime.
And we're back with you as these two teams do battle in their quest for an NBA championship. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double already halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Johnson is out there with Darius Garland. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the center, filling out the middle. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
Assisted by...
It's so smooth in the pick and roll. Love seeing White there with the right pass.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Bellissimo. To get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Now Mullen. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. 6 to shoot. Utah moving it around. Here's Caver. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Caver's got 11.
Individually, he's trying to lift the team. You've got to love the effort, but thus far...
Spinorama. Do you know what kind of athlete you have to be to pull off that 360?
Oh, remarkable, Greg. Truly remarkable. Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam. Brought to you by AT&T. Now here's White. Still yet to score. Pass to Holland. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And this is outstanding vision by Jaylen Brown. This guy dishing the ball beautiful to his teammates.
And here's White. Here's Caver. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Wow, 5 straight hits coming out of half. They are rolling.
Jazz have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Mullen passes to Caver. White looking around. Here's the screen. Back to Mullen. Will it go? And once again, off the mark by Utah. Tatum passes to Antetokounmpo. Good, he hits again.
Hey.
51.
Making it look easy. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Jazz have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Mullen kicks to Holland. Pass to Bailey. Here's the 3. Rebound Boston. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
A terra è caduto.
Unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the third.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Mullen. Over Garland. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Gosh, it feels like he's pressing a little bit, and obviously playing from behind doesn't help.
Overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Mullen passes to Caver. No good on the triple. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Boston. Over Mullen. And he gets it. Antetokounmpo's got 59 points. Pass to Bailey. And White kicks to Holland. Utah gets it back. A shot by Caver. No good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss.
Oh!
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Outside Mullen. They set the pick. Outside White. It's good. The assist that time from Mullen.
3.
Mullen's got 6 assists now in the game. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance.
checked in for Terry. And a switcher also for Utah. Bailey's checked in. Utah's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And so in the game for the Jazz, we've got Bailey. Jalen Wells who's out there with Edwards. Then it's Mullen. And it's Gatling in at the 3, the small forward.
And I like that recognition. He knows he's in rhythm, knows this is the time to give his team some punch.
For Utah, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Mullen passes to Bailey. Pass to Edwards. Kicks it out to Mullen. 5 to shoot. Looking to end his cold spell. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Boy, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And a look now how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news. That work there. He has really established a low post presence.
Utah has gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Nice ball movement by Utah. Down low. Pass to Holland from the arc. Rebound Boston.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Holland with the rebound.
That's not a bad shot, but this isn't really his shot.
Now here's White for the 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Count that one.
When you allow good scores to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Another miss by Utah.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And guys, you can go ahead and put game 1 in the record books. Exactly how they wanted to kick off this series against a tremendous opponent. Big win for Boston.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
They're certainly starting the finals off on the right foot, and this will be a comfortable win for them.
This was a statement game, and what a time to make it. I'm sure it's going to get tougher for this group, but they won't be able to just run away with the championship. But tonight, they clearly established themselves as the stronger team early in this series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
Boy, it's not just the scoring, it's the efficiency with which he did it.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you can see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Holland. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the pro.
You got to be kidding.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Now they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A pretty good feeling right now for them to...
No, l'ultima partita manca per finire tutto il coso. Ok, l'ultimo. Facciamo. L'ultima in teoria abbiamo finito la missione. Finalmente. No, perché non gioco più, ragazzi. Non è che puoi farlo in
Welcome to the NBA. Taking a look at Utah.
Questo è vero
They're
l'ultimo,
down
ragazzi.
3-1 in this series. Things not looking good for them. But hey, anything
Perché
can
si deve concludere la stagione. Quindi l'ultima doveva non fare. Perché sempre mi cercavo un po', però facciamo ne completiamo.
The starters for Utah.
Com'è che non l'ho stoppata, non lo so
He's
neanche
out
io.
there with Bailey, and it's Caver in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Finito. Points anche noi.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Now here's White. Pass to Mullen. Here's Caver, and the ball out of bounds. The Celtics will have it.
I'm not sure what he was thinking. That's a weird pass.
Boston on offense, and what a run they've had in these playoffs. Only 3 losses getting to this point.
Well, we're deep into the playoffs, only dropping
Vabbè, perché un po' di tiri da 3 adesso, dai, abbiamo scherzato tantissimo. Ora voglio droppare un po' di tiri da 3. Oppure possiamo fare la sfida di fare tutti i tiri da 3. E questo sarebbe una sfida, Facciamo fino alla fine della partita tutti i tiri da 3. Vai, me ne accolgo io. Solo tiri da 3. Posso prendere rimbalzi, stoppare, queste cose sì. Però soltanto tiri da 3 possiamo fare. Andiamo di qua. Go.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking and he knows
Tiri da 3 dobbiamo fare, ragazzi. Vedete, per esempio abbiamo stoppato. Poi ci prendiamo la palla. Vediamo un po'. E finiamo. Così. Tutto così. Vai. Tiri da 3 è una sfida pulita,
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Caver. Nails the baby hook. Caver's got his second basket.
Excellent movement.
Quanto tiri da 3, ragazzi?
Pass on time and on point.
Antetokounmpo for 3. Nails it from beyond the
Bello.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Now here's White. Pass to Mullen. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Boston.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor from the Celtics.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Mullen. From outside, off the mark.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Antetokounmpo for 3. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
12
Dobbiamo stare attenti a non farlo da 2, perché non vale la sfida. La sfida tutti i tiri a 3 che non lo nella partita, quindi neanche da interno campo, facciamo tiro da 2, no, neanche.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Antetokounmpo, bam!
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Shots good by Caver. Caver's got 6. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Jazz trail by 14. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
The big man just attacking the rim.
Sì, ma anche se sottolineamo l'abilità tanto dobbiamo farlo con la 3, quindi non vediamo niente.
He's rolling. The best start to a game you could hope for.
Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard.
È stoppata! È stoppata! Vabbè dai, dopo sta stoppata ci possiamo concedere un dunk in caso. Anzi no, la sfida era solo di niente, no, non concediamo niente. La sfida era solo di niente.
couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Here's Holland. Still no points. And here's Bailey for three. First shot won't go. Antetokounmpo outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
They've really built this lead on the back.
Vediamo così, ragazzi, non è benissimo, non stiamo sbagliando neanche uno. Se vediamo su questa sfida, che sono qui a 3, riusciamo a non sbagliarne neanche uno. Vai. E se riesco a farli tutti, non ne sbaglio uno.
Here's Caver. Just 5 on the clock.
Deve tirare, Perfetto. Non venderà fuori. Oh. Mancavano due. Mamma mia. Poi ho rischiato di non segnarlo, perché potevo sbagliarlo, che mancavano pochi secondi e potevo tirare veloce. Quindi potevo anche sbagliarlo.
Substitution here for Boston. Antetokounmpo is checked in for Reed. Jason Tatum comes in for Brown. Johnson, he's checked in for Terry. And Darius Garland subbed in for Christie. Caver, pass to Mullen. Here's Holland, hounded by Tatum. And here's Bailey for three. And the three-pointer goes.
He's someone opposing
Oh, raga, non dobbiamo sbagliare,
Taking a look at the Jazz. Holland out there with Bailey.
Vabbè, anche se non sbagliamo uno, la sfida lo stesso la faccio perché iniziamo devo fare solo di 3. Però non sbagliarne neanche uno sarebbe ancora più difficile, quindi posso provare aspettando.
Really lit up the floor. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. And he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coaches pregame, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him because
Tutti e tre dobbiamo vedere pure quanti punti riusciamo a fare, Perché tutti e tre ci sono tanti punti. Già al primo, siamo al secondo quarto e già siamo al quinto punto. Quindi saranno tanti punti, Adesso fa come sicuro, magari non 100, però almeno un bel po' di punti ci sono, Questo è proprio
Antetokounmpo outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
As the deep shots continue to fall,
vedete già 41, è stato un disagio.
White, the pass to Caver. The layup misses. Antetokounmpo outside, launches it, connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely looking to shoot as much as possible. Bailey, the pass to White. Inside, Caver. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Caver's got 17 points. Out to Garland. Back to Antetokounmpo. From outside the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
White with it. Here's Caver. This is the baby hook.
Rock solid defense on a really good score.
And so it's Boston, and they're up an insane amount going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back after this.
Where is the rebounding? They're getting pushed around and eaten alive. This is so embarrassing.
Yeah, that's something they need to fix if they want to get back. Taking a look at the Jazz. That does it for halftime.
And here we go. The NBA Finals continue here on 2K Sports. And so it's Boston with it. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Darius Garland is out there with Johnson. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the center position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. And it's Utah with the ball. Following the three by Boston. Driving inside. Bailey's shot is off.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Lets the three fly. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss.
Niente, abbiamo sbagliato un tiro,
Well, the
vabbè.
Jazz shooting the
Basta
ball
che
at
facciamo tutti da
48% so far. And here's White. Pass to Mullen. Here's Caver. Three-pointer. No good on the shot.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, connects again.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. White, the pass to Mullen. Here's Holland, hounded by Tatum. Just 5 to shoot, to the paint. Here's Caver, drops in the layup for 2. Caver's got 19 points.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Antetokounmpo for 3, and got it! Another basket!
This game has his name written all over.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Pass to Bailey. Back to White. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Holland. Antetokounmpo covering. Holland can't hit.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up. Bombs away in the first half. He's followed up the effort with 3 more triples since.
Rejected by Antetokounmpo. From the arc. Oh, another one falls.
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
And again, Boston with the triple.
And he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Now here's White. Pass to Bailey. Here's Holland. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. White can't hit.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Shot's good by Antetokounmpo.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
They get it back. Pass to Holland. They
Oh, la sfida è solo TV3 fino alla
They
fine
still
della
need this.
partita.
Utah with another miss.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Antetokounmpo for 3, and good! There's another!
And that's 70!
He is unconscious. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Mullen, pass to Bailey. From deep three-point land. The rebound, Celtics. Antetokounmpo has got his 5th rebound in this one. This one for 3. And the Celtics
Mamma mia, ce la stiamo facendo senza sfida. Questa è la partita, vediamo se i punti saranno la sua partita dopo tutti i tiri a tre. Io per me faccio la cosa sembra io anche con i compagni di squadra, quindi sta, quindi.
Here's Mullen. And he can't get that one. Garland with the defensive effort. Antetokounmpo for 3. Good! Another from 3. You can tell he's feeling it right now.
He's on fire.
And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. It's the Celtics running away with this one.
Purtroppo non l'avevo sbagliato, quindi senza sbagliarne uno non ce l'ho fatta la sfida. Però almeno tirare solo da 3, quello ce la sto facendo. Prima per sbaglio stavo per fare un dunk, però poi mi sono fermato subito. Perché se no perdevo la sfida. So perché è venuto un automatico di andare a fare un dunk. No, io trattenevo a fare dunk perché cioè veramente non va bene. Sfida è la parola. Ma questo è un tiro per noi in teoria. Ok. Siamo a 79 punti, a 100 non ci arriveremo mai, però niente. Quella è una cosa a fare. Almeno una ottantina di punti li facciamo. Poi se non tirano, non si sbrigano, guardate là. E che noi abbiamo una buona difesa, anche magari questa. Però comunque nessuno sta tirando. Ah, intanto è entrata. Vabbè. Almeno superiamo il record di Kobe. 81 punti. Ok. Tutti da 3. Oh. Bellissimo. Allora non lo difendiamo a lui perché voglio fare più punti. Sì, ma non gliela passano. Vabbè, difendiamolo, non cambia niente. Non gliela passano.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Shots good by Antetokounmpo.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Facciamo anche segnale niente.
See him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Three-pointer. And again, Boston with the triple.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Launches it. Another bucket. Wow. That's
Forse 100 li prendiamo.
An incredible feat.
Incredible indeed. This is just a flat-out insane performance.
Antetokounmpo with the block. Fires the three. Counted from distance.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
That's going to do it for this game. These teams, the entire season, what an unbelievable journey.
Ci credo, superiamo pure i 100, mi sa, raga. Ma ora vediamo quanti ne facciamo di punti, vai.
The disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And the goal they've been working toward all season is almost here. A chance to lift the trophy thanks to a fantastic Game 5 performance.
What a great way to cap it off. Taking care of business and making sure there wasn't going to be any miracle comeback. This is a team that knows how to close.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for MP.
He limited the opposing offense's impact as well with some superb defense, finding lots of chances to knock away shots.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that's what probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Knocks down the triple.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Pass to Mullen. Will it go? Reed with the rebound.
You love to see the competitive fight.
And the Boston Celtics have
easy, guys, easy.
They are the NBA champions. What an incredible ride. Culminating in a championship. What a team. This will go down as one of the great sports moments in the history of this city. And listen to this crowd. Players talk about having to tune out the noise and focus on the task at hand. This is the noise they've been waiting to hear all year long.
Ok raga, io penso che adesso appena sistemiamo alcune cose, anzi no, già abbiamo finito, questa è una NBA Finals, sono stati più di 2 ore live, ci vediamo ovviamente nella prossima live con magari un'altra carriera, perché questo ormai era verso la fine, già avevo fatto altre live in passato, però vi faremo una nuova serie con una nuova carriera da capo, tutto da capo dall'inizio. Io vi saluto tutti, buona giornata, ovviamente non è che c'erano tantissime persone ora perché ormai era quasi alla fine della live, ma comunque un saluto a chi c'è, ci vediamo alla prossima.